before we get to the Lackey Spud, I know you wanted to discuss
I don't like backing over stuff, JB. But,
yes, you do. You always do.
You
really a lot of stuff.
We give Chomp a fair old working over a couple of weeks ago.
Tony Jones?
It's my night to cook dinner on Wednesday night, so I'm quite happy. A little bit of lamb shank risotto, and just whacking away. I thought I'll put the Chomp on and see what he's got to say. Mm-hmm. Have a listen to what he finished his sports editorial with.
Lending a hand at the establishment today, Danny Frawley, who seems to specialise in recipes for disaster.
Now,
nice.
That's just come from nowhere.
I don't mind that. No, that's a clip back at you for the 10 minutes you gave him on our show.
Listen, Chomp, I've done a bit of work on the Chomp, BT. Yeah. And you were there when we called him Chomp because his teeth, they could use it as the side screen at the MCG. They're glistening.
As soon as he sensed an opportunity for the head job, he went and got the chompers
and
had liposuction.
He had the liposuction and then found out that Peter Hitchner signed a 20-year deal. Suck eggs, Chomp. But what I've also found out,
what I find is intriguing is that you've actually managed a segment on chompers to get yourself in.
No, I haven't. Because what I want to do, I want to de-chomp him.
Right.
Because, as you know, my brand's getting bigger.
And you've had your own chompers done.
I know that, but I actually nicknamed him Chomp. Right. But now he likes it. Now he's got an identity, JB. Before that, it was Tony Jones, big fat bag of pus that no one liked.
He's the best at his job.
He's the best bloody newsbreaker
it was crap.
In the news system.
Now he thinks he's got a personality because people call him Chomp. So Thursday Night Footy Show, doing a great job. So one of the guests, JB,
don't agree to
does a live cross to the Chomp
every Thursday night.
I'm led to believe that the producer texts the player who's going to be interviewed. So I've had BJ, Goddard, and all these players. I'm led to believe, Brian.
Oh no.
That Tony Jones, alias the Chomp, says to the producer, make sure at the end of the interview that Brendan Goddard says, see you, Chomp. Now, Chomper, I'm going to get these players to say, see you, Tony, so you don't all of a sudden get a personality. It's all about you, Chomp.
This is a man that when there was a big fight on, remember the big fight? There was and he had it on his TV at home because he ordered it on
Main Event or whatever it's called.
And he charged people to come into his own house to pay for the $95.
On the Sunday Footy Show when they had a State of Origin, the Dream Team versus, and we got Tony Jones to, because he was the host, to put a big V jumper on. But what he didn't realise, 2 seconds before he went to air, we've all gone, what have you got that on for, you wanker? And he's cracked him big time, old Chomps.
Spud, the funniest story ever about Tone was when another boundary rider stole his cherry ripe. I've never seen an angrier man in all of my life.
No, remember him and Doc Larkins used to be on Channel 9 together, and they were both doing the boundary, and one was medical and one was news.
Tennis.
And Tony is he's very, very good at his job. He's one of the best I've ever seen, probably the best. That he was so good with timing and he could remember his words and he was absolutely perfect. And he knew the producer would come down the ears and they'd say to Doc and Tony, you've got 50 seconds. Well, TJ said to Doc every time, I'll go first, Doc. And he'd leave him with 3 seconds at the end, and Doc couldn't say
We might have a call on the line here, Triple M Football Style. Afternoon, who have we got here?
It's Tony Jones.
That's it.
Here I am. I'm at Ormond at the moment watching my son play.
Yes.
I'll get back to that in a moment, right?
Yeah.
And my brother just texted me and said, MMM. And I thought, what? Anyway, so I tweaked, so I turned on. Spud,
yes, Chomp.
You are spared income delusional.
Yes.
No, I'm not, mate.
Yes, you are.
You are a wanker, TJ.
If you think for a moment, that I actually contact the producers to tee up the players saying Chompers, then, mate, you've got issues.
No, I haven't got issues. I'm led to believe
that's
this is
a rebuttal.
fact.
That's a rebuttal.
But I think this is fact, Tone. Now you're
Tone deals in facts.
You're not. He stretches the truth at times.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He never does.
Yes, you do, Chomp, don't you?
No, I don't, and I don't know what you think. I mean, I'm happy to play along. I'm happy to play along anytime. But mate, do you honestly think that I spend part of my day?
I think he's filthy.
He's dirty up.
Well, how do you think I felt, Chomp, when I'm cooking dinner for the kids, and I'm seeing
Spud's
a
dirtied up too.
story on St Kilda,
This is,
and you just give me an unwarranted flyby on National 9 News.
This is whining.
Well, hang on,
real.
because you gave me an absolute hammering on Triple M about
yes,
2
you
weeks
did.
earlier. But
You did
no
spot.
one-
Don't use Channel 9 News just to give me a
Tit
clip.
for
Ring me
tat.
up.
Oh, well, hang on a minute. You've got your own personal forum.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hang on.
Stay tuned, Chomper.
Like 2 weeks earlier.
So,
2 weeks earlier, you accused me of trying to take Peter Hitchener's job, mate.
yeah, you did.
So
And
let
you're
me
still
say this.
trying to. You're still trying to chomp.
I'm not
Mate,
feeling
let me
comfortable.
say this.
This is not
Hey,
easy.
Chomper.
If and when I do take over from Peter Hitchner, at least I know I'll be inheriting a winning team, which is more than Terry Wallace can say.
Not bad, Spud. I like it.
Oh, look at listen to JB and then BT.
I like
Name
it,
one
Spud.
of you
I
lousy
like it.
pricks.
Very good, very
you lousy
good.
pricks, JB,
I think-
BT, Warrior, and you, Chomp,
I think
who
that's
have
pretty
coached
good.
the team to a preliminary final. AFL team. Which one of yous?
Hey,
So good you have a reunion of it this year.
Tone, I think this started when you asked a legitimate question of Spud in a press conference and he filthied up. I think this is where all of this started.
Well, that's when he wanted to put my head through the brick wall, quote unquote.
And I'm spewing I didn't do it at the time too, Tone. But I'll tell you what, Tone.
Oh, no.
You, after you have your little steak sandwich down there
Oh.
at your footy, make sure you get a crowbar to get the meat out of your chompers, mate.
Well, mate, can I tell you something? The reason I said I'm at Ormond is because I just bumped into Damien Hardwick.
Get him
And
off.
It's the first Richmond coach
Turn him
I
off.
bumped into for a long time.
Tone,
Turn him off.
I thought you
I've had
made
enough.
Tone. I thought you made very good points all the way through this discussion. Well done.
What was he like
Well-
dealing with when you were the producer of the Sunday Footy Show there, Tone, at Channel 9?
Mate, we only got Danny because Jared Healy left.
But it's 40.
Rosie,
He was lucky to get a
turn
go.
the prick off, Rosie.
It's 40 love, and he's serving for the match at the minute.
Well,
Spud.
what footy game are you? I've got a couple of hours to spare, Chomp. What are you doing about 2:30 today?
Oh, no.
We'll have
Well,
a chomp
mate-
off.
Mate, can I tell you that my son's team's down about 10 goals, but the last thing I need is advice from you.
Spuddy's owned you on your own
Game,
show.
set,
You
match,
get stuff
Spud.
too, Warrior. I'll
Well
tell you
done.
what, Chomp.
Well
Get
done,
him off.
Tone.
All right, now, Spud, one other thing. Are we supposed to be running around the town this week?
Oh, no, I don't think so now, Tony.
I wouldn't have
Well,
thought
hang
of
on,
that,
hang-
Tone. Well,
hang on,
let's just go down to the Moorabbin gym, mate, and we'll just put the headgear on for a while and just
Well, hang on.
use your head as a speedball.
Well, hang on. It's a different Danny Frawley on air to off air.
Yeah, exactly right,
You sent
mate.
me a
'Cause, mate, I
text
don't
last
need
week.
flybys on a Tuesday evening just with me
You sent me
girls.
a text last week virtually begging to have a run around the
Oh,
town. You even gave me days.
Are there two?
I
Are
know
there
you're not
two?
overly busy, man.
Are there
No.
two Spuds, Tone? Are there?
Yeah, well, clearly. Hey,
well.
Brian,
Yeah.
mate, there's two BTs too. I don't think I didn't hear the clips you gave me on
Oh.
the show.
When? Now listen here, Tone. Oh, yeah, cop that, Brian.
When did I give you any clips?
Give it to him, Chompers.
I got to go.
I never forget the day that Grant Hackett news break. I tell you what, and I had control of Grant Hackett. I was just doing a bit of looking after him. And TJ, there was 1,000 media there. He just pulled out of the Commonwealth Games, and TJ come up and said to me, "Get me a one-on-one." I said, "No worries, TJ. I'll get you the one-on-one." And I had no intentions of getting TJ the one-on-one. Sent him straight to the all-in press conference. Said, "Tone, make sure you get your shots here, mate. You'll need." He did.
Well, I tell you what, isn't that a sad indictment of Brian when he says, "quote I was looking after Grant Hackett."
No, this was when he was winning.
That's worked well.
Tone, just do a bit of work, mate. Just reporting. You're reporting well on Channel
like
9, but
it.
that's all you do. Report. You
Chompers.
don't actually do anything.
No, he's
you
a
just
presenter
report.
at the number one bloody
he presents
news
on things. He
service.
never doesn't do anything.
They
He
win
just presents.
ratings, bloody bonanza.
Coaches,
Spud.
coaches coach, players play. Tone talks.
Reports and presents.
Talks.
Tone,
Yeah,
can you believe I'm going into bed for you?
that's only because you want favourable reports about North Melbourne.
Well, bloody make sure that you come clean with them too, please, Tone. Even after
anyway.
last night.
Go and get
I
your
gotta
Well
go.
done,
into a
well
hot
done, mate.
dog,
I like it.
How much they cost?
What's that?
The
Chomp.
Chompers.
Chompers.
About as much as your hair transplant.
What? Go and get stuck into a hot dog, Chomp. Just
Goodbye.
chomp into him.
Very nice, Tone. I like that. He's taking you to the cleaners then, Spud.
Yeah, it wasn't
You
me
look a bit
finest.
flat, Spud.
No, I am a bit flat. It wasn't me
Social
finest time
media's
there. I wasn't
erupted.
ready
It
for
has.
Erupted. So we'll get to that afterwards.
That actually got very, very real.
It
Yeah.
did, didn't it?
He was the one.
was
this is
awkward
where
listening.
I get
Yeah.
disappointed.
No, you
he was the
can't-
one that texted me 2
You
weeks
can't
ago.
go him now that he's off
Do
air.
you want to have a run around the tan? Give us a spell, Chompers.
He owns you, Spud.
He
Go
did,
and have
Spud.
a
On your
chomp
own
off.
program.
Go and get a couple of hot dogs and chomp into them.
I think you got to be out slapping there, Spud.
Can you admit
That's
you
how
got-
I saw it.
Whenever-
A slap down.
Whenever Spud wants a fight, you know he's lost.